Okay, third example. So the question is, find the total area of the shaded regions. Now it's asking us to compute for the total area because we have two given shaded area here. So this is the first one. It is situated above the x-axis. And the second one, this is below the x-axis. So the same with the second example, you will expect the result here in the lower part will be negative. However, we can always change it to positive because this is area and area will be always positive. Okay, let's proceed. Now, suppose that the given here is y is equal to x minus 2 times x minus 6 times x. So we cannot apply integration with this one. So what we will do is we need to simplify first the given so that we will be able to apply integration. Okay, so let's start with, so it becomes area is equal to the definite integral. So the first limit, let's solve the first one, the blue one, the one shaded with blue, the region which is shaded with blue. So as you can see, lower limit is 0, upper limit is 2. Okay, let's put it, okay, 0 to 2. Now, the given is y, so just proceed directly with the given. So that becomes x times x minus 2 times x minus 6 dx. Okay, so let's simplify the given. Simplify this by multiplying all the terms. So this becomes a definite integral from 0 to 2. So if we're going to evaluate the given, so this will give us x raised to 3 minus 8x squared plus 12x dx. Okay, so with this, we can already apply our integration, or we can have our integral. Let's continue. Okay, so applying integral, we're going to have x raised to 4 over 4 minus integrate 8x squared. That becomes 8x raised to 3 over 3 plus 12x squared over 2. So the limits will be from 0 to 2. So now, let's apply f of b minus f of a. Okay, so this will give us, let's start with b and then followed by your a. So that becomes 2 raised to 4 all over 4 minus 8 times 2 raised to 3 all over 3 plus 12 times 2 squared over 2. Okay, so if we're going to substitute 0, you're going to substitute 0. So the same with the previous example. So you need to check first if all of the given are having multiplication. So with that, it will result to 0. So this is multiplication, so 0. So this will be 0, this will be 0. So we can just conclude, to save time, we can just say that the right part will be equal to 0. Okay, so let's proceed. Let's continue. So if we're going to evaluate the left side, we're going to evaluate the left side. This will give us 6 and 2/3, or that is 20 over 3. So minus 0. So we can say that the result here of the shaded region, the upper part, will be 6 and 2/3. So that is 6 and 2/3 for the first one. Now, we're going to integrate the second one, the one below the x-axis. So we will just have the same equation, of course, because they are under or they are having the same curve. So if we're going to state that, that will be equal to the area but the limits will be different. So the limits will be from 2 to 6. So that will be the area from 2 to 6. So it will be the same equation as well. So that will be x raised to 3 minus 8x squared plus 12x. So dx. The only difference is the limits. Okay. Now, if we're going to integrate, of course, the result of integration will also be the same. They will just vary on the limits. So that would be x raised to 4 over 4 minus 8x raised to 3 over 3 plus 12x squared all over 2. So the limits is from 2 to 6. Yeah. So let's apply f of b minus f of a. So f of b minus f of a. So this will give us 6 raised to 4 over 4 minus 8 times 4 raised to 3 over 3 plus 12. Oh, sorry. It's not 4. It must be 6. So this will be 6 raised to 3 plus 12 times 6 raised to 2 all over 2. Okay, so that is the first part. This is the first part. So the space is not enough. However, it's better if this problem will just be on the same page so that when you're going to study, it will just be there. Everything is there. Okay, so that's the first part. Now, if we're going to solve or substitute using 2, let's just put it here. Then we will just combine later. So that will be, so the same process. So x raised to 4, so this becomes 2 raised to 4 all over 4 minus, so it's better if we put the parentheses, especially if it's negative because it will give you a different answer. Sometimes it's okay if you will not put parentheses positive. However, if it's negative, you must put the parentheses. Okay, so that will be 2 raised to 4 over 4 minus 8 times 2 raised to 3 all over 3 plus 12 times 2 squared all over 2. Okay, so that's it. Now, let's try to get the answer here. Let's color it blue. So if we're going to evaluate the first part, so using your calculator, so it will be fast. It will be fast. It will give us negative 36. Okay, it will give us negative 36. And then on the lower part or the right side, the limit which is 2. This will give us, so the same, it will be the same answer with the left side. So it will give us negative 6 and 2/3. Okay, so meaning to say, we need to sum this up. We need to sum negative 36 and negative 6 and 2/3. So we're going to sum it up. We're going to sum the two. This will give us negative 42 and 2/3. Okay, so will give us negative 42 and 2/3. Okay, this will give us negative 42 and 2/3. But again, since we're talking about area, this becomes positive. Okay, this will become positive. So we can say that to finalize our answer on this problem, we can say that the total area will be equal to, the blue one is first one, the upper part of your x-axis. That will be 6 and 2/3. So plus 42 and 2/3. So overall, we're going to arrive with the answer that will be 49 and 1/3 units squared. So this will be the final answer. This will be the final answer. 49 and 1/3 squared.